Really appreciate this, even more so because you all are like in demand right now. I think everyone is after you guys, but I appreciate the fact that you found us important. And hopefully we should be able to give you a good content, and especially in the midst of all this turmoil and so many things going around. I think even your readers, I think they would be wanting, or your viewers would be wanting to read and watch something else other than what is going on. I shouldn't even elaborate, right? So thank you so much. And I am begin with, I am Nise Meruno. I represent Yamaha Music Company, and I am here as the manager of this boy band, which is going to be launched on February 11th, 6 p.m. Hotel Acacia. And if I may, maybe I should introduce them, and we can just take it from there. So he is Tia Temse and Nikato Tamang, Marian Zumba, Longkumer, and KV Zunga. So this, and they are the boy band called 4MATION. So I think I can stop there for now, and you know your readers very well, what they are, or your viewers, what they're interested in. So maybe from that angle you can come, and maybe we'll try to make it interesting for you all. So as of now, we on the poster we have just labeled ourselves as Nagaland's latest and finest boy band, and I feel confident to say that because I think over the years we have not really seen a boy band in Nagaland. But we can't really, it was a little bit risky to label ourselves as the first boy band. There could have been some in, some colonies or some small towns here and there. So I think Nagaland's latest and finest boy band sounds appropriate. And also the fact that there is quite a need for boy band. If you look around in the music world, there is like a huge fan base for boy band, and we are not really into this just because of the fame and popularity, but we want to show people that that a boy band exists in a place called Nagaland, in an unknown and unheard land for so many people, even in our own country. We want people, when they go on Google and they type boy band India, I want 4MATION to appear. The other day I was typing boy band India, I couldn't find any. I'm very, yeah. Maybe there are some like band. So what is a boy band? It's not a band like a rock band where they play instruments and drums, guitar. Of course, some of them they play instruments as well. But the interesting thing about boy band is they are going to be dancing and singing. Yeah, we want to give people entertainment, visual and sound. And I believe that Nagas, if we look at, coming back to our context, if you look at Nagaland music scenario, no doubt there are so many talented artists. Every week we see somebody new popping up on the internet. But for me personally, I am finding a little bit mundane now to see solo artists just perform, to see a band just come together and perform. They are all doing a great job, no doubt about it. But I think we all need to taste something different. We have been eating the same dishes for a very long time. And this boy band, I think, is going to bring in a lot of fresh air, and maybe also bring in some, some more, how do I put it? Some more ideas for even younger people to follow. And going back to finding these members, okay, even 5 years down the line, forget about being friends, they didn't even know each other. So I really believe that this is also the Lord's doing, how everything took shape. If you ask me, I'm from a classical background, a strict Western classical music background. Went to Singapore, did my music studies, came back. How come I'm into a boy band now? How come I'm managing a boy band now? Yeah, but I believe art is not static, it is dynamic. And in line with that, an artist needs to keep evolving. And I feel I've evolved to this person that I am, that I want to now helm and mentor a group that people are longing to watch and listen. So I think that's the interesting part. Last year we were pushing ourselves to find, like this happening before the Hornbill. We thought, okay, it's the season time, weddings are going to happen, Hornbill, maybe we should launch it. But it's again God's perfect plan and timing. We could not find. I am not kidding. There are so many artists, but we are going to be like a family now. Me, the four of them, our dance choreographer, our makeup artist, our costume designer is Bambi Kevitsasa for our show. Lomi Shiku, she's going to be the makeup artist. Just to find the right person so that all of us can vibe well and all of us are going to literally be like living together, so it was so difficult to find someone. And if I can give you a juicy story, maybe just for your entertainment, you need not put this. We found a fourth member finally. Okay, I've been meeting people on the sly and like, keep plan us, all those, And finally, we thought we found that person. And that day we met up for our first rehearsal. We prayed everything, but my spirit was disturbed. I didn't feel right. Okay, but somehow we thought, Cholo, we have waited long enough. This is it. And as soon as our practice was done and we were coming out, there were two Koroni boys riding a cycle, and that cycle came on top of his car, bumped into his car. So I was like, Jatara bahal na ito, and we were like, but how do we tell that person, now that everybody is like so pumped up? Fortunately, unfortunately, that person himself told us that I think his commitments and his priorities are a bit different now, and that he doesn't want us to sort of suffer later. And he sort of gracefully exited from the group. And then we found our fourth member. Do you want to guess who's the fourth member? So I think now we really feel good about this. We know this is it, and we are not trying to be anything different. We are not trying to say like, oh, we want to be, the best, anything. The fact that we have been able to come together, I think this is also a huge testament of really waiting on the Lord for Him to sort of manifest His plans in each one of us. So we really want to go in that. If you even ask me right now, what are your plans for the future? I would say we don't have any plans. We just want to be the best that we can be and take one thing at a time. So a lot of people, I think this is also a good and not a bad thing, but unrealistic thing would be when they start, they have too many goals. We'll do this, we will release a video, then every month we want to do a concert. We don't have anything like that. It's like we want to put Nagaland on the world map, this and that, but I believe we are not that. We just are so grateful that we are able to do this, start this. Even starting is a huge achievement, and we will always remember you all because you were there when we sowed the seed, right? So for that matter, even Imna Senla Ayer, who did our makeup for our first video photo shoot, Ponoharalu for taking our pictures, we will remember each one of you. Along the way, hopefully we will meet many people, who will encourage and support us, but this is what we are going to carry with us. So thank you so much. Now I will leave it all to you before I become too emotional.
Okay. First of all, since we are all young, and then we are all dedicated so much into music, and also we have the same idea and then same goal to be in a boy band. First of all, that was the main goal for everyone, and then since now we are in a band, we are very happy. And then for us, the most important thing will be to listen to the instructions that Sir gives us, because that's very important for us to follow, because Sir is so experienced in this field, right? And then we are an upcoming artist, so yeah, I guess the most important thing will be like following instructions and then like doing what we are assigned to do. Yeah.
If I could just supplement to that, it's also like this. They are all solo artists, and they are amazing in their own rights. But I think when it's a combined force, it's lethal, The impact is going to be something else. And I would still encourage them to even do solos if they are, the clients who would want them as solo artists. I would be the first one to like just do it. But when it comes to the band, everybody has something to offer. They are all alike. We vibe so well. At the same time, musically also and vocally, to be precise, they are all different. Like he's like the swag guy. He has a lot of that hip hop vibe. So he like the rapper type. That's what he sings. Then Marian Zumba, I mean, you would know him from the pageant industry also, right? But he has an amazing voice. He has like that old school era Frank Sinatra kind of vibe. So we need that as well. And if you look at Nikato is like maybe the typical boy band kind of vibe, and maybe very Korean also, looks wise, vocal wise, everything. Yeah. And going back to Tia Temsa, like Tia Temsa has a very raspy, an R&B kind of voice. So everybody has something to bring. So here there's no competition, first of all. And second of all, we bring in whatever we can, and together we have a wonderful buffet. That's, I think, the main thing that we are trying to uphold. Yeah. And personally, socially also, like, we have actually a contract also. We are not just doing this like over WhatsApp. Cholo, let's do this, We have a contract, per contract, and everything is there. Like, even their social life and things like that, girls would be interested to know their relationship status and stuff like that, Everything is under control. Nothing is random. From their body language to manners to social etiquettes to, what they post on Instagram, everything is controlled. Yeah. So I am like the CCTV.
My next question.
I would, if I could maybe define the group in one word, it would be like an amoeba, like science student would know. It doesn't have a shape as such. And I think it would also be unrealistic, and also I would be lying if I say this is us. We actually don't know what kind of form we are going to be taking, because according to maybe the demands of maybe the clients or the audience, maybe we'll go in that direction, or maybe we'll decide like, okay, great money is there, but Hindi songs is just not for us. We cannot be doing all these very funky kind of songs. Maybe we have to stay true to ourselves. I think that is very important. It is good to know what the trend is, but at the same time, we should always embrace our limitations, accept our limitations, embrace our strengths, and be the best that we can be. Like, if you ask me, like, I love, say, R&B songs, but there is no way I can sing R&B songs, even if the client is, willing to pay me a bomb. I will not make a fool out of ourselves. So I think that's what they are all doing. And now going back to dancing, they are not dancers. They've never been trained. So people should not also expect them to dance like they see the boy band, from other countries. It's a start, and I think to be able to start is also quite an achievement. And right now the battle is tough, but the tougher the battle, the sweeter the victory.
You've been teaching us all the moves, like, creative moves, but even though it may be simple, but it looks good. So that's what he's trying to work with us for now.